If you're from New York and you know your basketball history when it comes to New York City, the plethora of guards to come from those boroughs, then you most definitely know who this man is. In the early 80s, he was giving all the schools in New York City fits whenever they had to go against him. He played for the New York Gauchos, then played his high school ball at Truman High School in Co-op City. He led them to the state championship. He was also ranked as a top 10 high school recruit in the entire nation. And this was before the internet was going crazy, so everything was word of mouth and newspaper clippings. His senior year, he decided to transfer to Oak Hill Academy in Virginia. Some of the accolades he picked up as a high school hooper are the first team All-American parade and third team All-American for UPI. After a good high school career, he took his talents to DePaul University, where he became a star. He was a first team All-American, averaging 20 points per game and around 8 assists per game as a junior. As an All-American guard, he led DePaul Blue Demons to 3 straight NCAA appearances from 85-86 to 87-88. This includes 2 Sweet 16 showings in 86 and 87. He ranks among the DePaul career leaders in scoring average, 8th with 16.6 points per game, assists 3rd, 557, and steals 2nd, 204. He also averaged a little over 3 rebounds while also shooting 53.4% from the field. After his college career, he was selected by the New York Knicks 19th in the first round of the 1988 NBA draft. He became the backup of the newly crowned Rookie of the Year, Mark Jackson. Some people thought this was an odd selection since they had Mark already, but they ended up making it work for the time being. Rod played all 82 games, averaging a little under 9 points a game and a little under 4 assists per game and 16.8 minutes per game. He was named to the All-NBA Rookie second team. With the way basketball was being played at the time, having 2 point guards at the caliber of Jackson and Strickland, many felt it wouldn't work. The Knicks ended up trading Strickland to the San Antonio Spurs. This is where Rod found his footing in the professional world of basketball. The Spurs were 18-6 when he was in the starting lineup. He led the Spurs in assists 26 times and averaged 12.3 points and 11.2 dimes in 10 playoff games. That was the 89-90 season. In the 90-91 season, he only played 58 games due to injury. When he did play, he averaged 13.8 points per game and 8 assists per game. He led the Spurs in assists 46 times and in steals 30 times. Strickland finished the season tying with Terry Porter for 12th in the NBA when it came to assists. In the playoffs, where they lost to the Warriors in 4 games, he averaged 18.8 points per game, 5.3 rebounds per game, 8.8 assists per game, and 2.3 steals per game in 42 minutes. The 91-92 season started off rocky due to contract negotiations. He missed about 20-plus games to start that season. After the negotiations, he started about 54 of the 57 games. He averaged 13.8 points per game, 8.6 assists per game, 4.6 rebounds per game, and 2 steals per game in 36 minutes played per game. He scored in double figures 48 times and scored 20 or more points on 8 occasions. During this run, he notched a career-high 28 points against the Pacers and had 19 assists game against the Timberwolves. He started 2 of the playoff games before going down with an injury before the beginning of the 92-93 season. Strickland signed on to the Trailblazers as a free agent. Against the Suns, he would set a Blazers record with 20 assists in a single game. He also set a career high with 36 points scored against the team that drafted him, the New York Knicks. During the 95 playoffs, Strickland averaged 23.3 points per game and 12.3 assists per game in a first-round loss to the Suns. In the 96 playoffs, he scored 27 points and recorded 12 assists in a 110-102 Game 1 loss to the Stockton-led Jazz. In the 4 seasons Strick was with the Blazers, he averaged 17 points per game and 8.6 assists per game. In the 96-97 season, Strickland was traded to the Washington Bullets and averaged 17.2 points per game and 8.9 assists per game. He led them to the playoffs that season for the first time in 8 years. The 97-98 season perhaps is Strick's best season of his career, where he averaged 17.8 points per game and league-leading 10.5 assists per game. In the same season, he became the 25th player in NBA history to record 10,000 points and 5,000 assists. He was selected to the second-team All-NBA. In his career, he ranked among top 10 in assists per game for 7 seasons. People rarely discuss that when they talk about facilitators. He would play for the Heat, Timberwolves, Magic, Raptors, and the Rockets before officially retiring. His career numbers are 13.2 points per game, 3.7 rebounds per game, and 7.3 assists per game. 45 38% field goal percentage, 28% from three, and 72% from the free throw line. This man epitomizes what a point guard should be and how they would play. I see a lot of people saying Stockton is underappreciated, but I would say my guy, Rod Strickland, is definitely in that category as well. Hope you enjoyed this installment. Let me know in the comments who I should do next. This is DSP. This is Hoop Haven. Thank y'all for tuning in to another installment of Underappreciated.